listeners want to buy a copy of History Channel's Civil War: A Nation Divided for Xbox 360, only $20.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Yemi the Ferret, here with another episode of YemiCast, a video game podcast on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, and iTunes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Whew, it's gonna be a crazy weekend. I'm recording this episode a little bit early, so as you may or may not know, my stories are gonna be a little older, not as up to date as usual. But hey, whatever. Today we just got a few things on the ballot here. We got some Smash Brothers stuff. We got the more talk about Doug Bowser, and of course there's some Mortal Kombat 11 trailers that are going to make you cream your pants. Also, I'm going to talk about World War Z and my experience with it so far, because there's been some mixed things going on, and it's got me scratching my head. But hey, welcome. Thank you so much for watching and or listening on whatever platform you are on. I'm going to try and get better with timestamps. I did it once, and then I didn't do it again. And I'm sorry, I forget to do it. So today, I'm making it a point of mine today to do a few. I learned that you can put links in Spotify, so I might do a few of those things here and there, a few links here and there, but I think I'm going to start just timestamping everything and putting it on all platforms. And also in the comment section of each podcast, there will be a list of the timestamps as well. I don't know how far I'm going to go back. Maybe I won't go back too far. Maybe I'll go back all the way to the beginning. Yes, that's right. Episode 1, where I just didn't know what I was going to do and and bullshitted my way through it. All right. Hey, also, if you're listening to this on Saturday, my first official Space Ferret album came out on Friday. So if you guys want to check that out on either SoundCloud or YouTube, the full album is uploaded on YouTube, and there's a playlist with the album on SoundCloud as well. It took me a good month and a half to get that together, get the way I wanted it sounding. I know it's not like the most amazing thing ever, but I really enjoy the songs. It has like a space theme to it. If you want to, you can check it out. The link is, of course, down in the description. And also, I think I'll also link the YouTube video as well, which is just it's about a 55-minute album. It's actually an album. It's not like I slapped together 3 songs and said, that's an album. No, this is actually an album. I've been releasing songs steadily on SoundCloud, but I decided that I'm going to just upload a full album and just put it on YouTube, see how it goes. So far reception has been good. I haven't heard any complaints about it, of course, which is nice for me, but of course it's only got about 20 views right now. Who knows how long people actually listen to it and all that, so whatever. But anyway, I'm pretty proud of it myself. I feel like I did a pretty good job. There's some songs on there that I should have probably changed around just a smidge, but the way it's on there right now, it's good. I am proud of what I put out there, and I'm glad that I was able to finally put something out that is actually musical on the channel, because that's a big part of my life. A big part of my life is music, whether it's listening to music. Early on, through high school, I was playing music with trumpet, and I learned guitar, and I was making music on guitar, and then I kind of fell out of that, and now I was able to make this kind of like synthesizer album, and let me know what you think of it if you want to listen to it. I did work pretty hard on it, so it's not like it's not like I slapped together 2 things and said, "Yep, that's it. Yep, Civil War: A Nation Divided, best game on the Xbox 360. I don't even need to play any other games." No, I didn't do anything like that. I literally sat down pretty much nightly and worked for a solid 2 hours on each thing that I was doing for the day, and I think it turned out pretty well. So expect more stuff like that in the future on the channel. I'm pretty satisfied with it. I love the cover art for Mark 1. It's called MK1. Mark 1 is the album name, and it's by me, the Space Ferret. Some of the songs on there, I think a lot of the songs on there tell the story that I want to tell. The title of the song is Launch. That's the first song on the album. And I think that listening to the song, you can tell, yes, it's like a rocket launching or a ship launching, and you're going through the atmosphere, and then you get into space, and it's like there's no gravity, and it's just all fun fun times. There's also other songs on there that tell even more of a story. Like Ancient AI is all about a robot who is telling a story and, fading away. Derelict Ship is, you come upon this ship that's just abandoned and its machinery is still working. Mark 1 is it's this first initial startup of a new prototype spaceship called the Mark 1, and everything's kind of coming together. And there's a few other songs on there that have some deeper stuff going on as well. Just there's a few songs that, of course, just I put together and they sound cool, and I'm like, okay, there's no real story behind this. Like White Dwarf, I love White Dwarf on the album. It's one of my favorite songs on there, but it doesn't really tell a story. It's not like I'm telling a story about going past a star, like with the second song on the album. But anyways, you guys don't want to hear about that stuff. I'm probably boring the hell out of you. Let's get into some video game news. That's right, we're going to get into the video game news. First up on the ballot is the patch and new fighter on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is going to be version 3.0. 3.0 has come to us. There's new stuff for offline, including, hey... Oh, I have a sound effect. The Stage Builder. The Stage Builder is here. You can add... It's added to Games and More, so it's under the Games and More tab. You can now draw your own stages by hand. Now, that's pretty cool. But also, on the other hand, people are going to be drawing giant penises. And actually, Nintendo has gone out and sought these things. They're like, you're doing a little a phallic level design there. Yeah, they've been taking those down. So if you do have like a penis or a vagina, it will probably be taken down as soon as Nintendo sees it, or someone says, "Hey, that's a penis." Other things: camera controls are not available when converting a replay that contains a custom stage in a video. So if you have something set up like you're going, if you turn the camera exactly this direction, you'll see it. Nothing like that. No Batman Riddler challenges in this one. Edit video feature has now been added to the vault and replays. You can now create new movies using several videos made from replays. Also, only videos from 3.0 or later are going to be able to be used on these things, but it's pretty cool. DLC sprites option added in the sprites menu. DLC sprites can only be used if you have purchased the corresponding downloadable content. So the following sprites are now going to appear in the Vault Shop. I think these are all Persona things. So we have Morgana, Ryu Sakirimo, Anna Takamaki, Yusuke Kitagawa. This is really testing me. Mokoto Nijima, Futaba Sakura, Haru Okamura, Goro Akechi, Caroline and Justine, Igor, and Phantom Thieves of Hearts. So I'm pretty sure that's all from Persona. Online, you can now share replays, videos, Mii fighters, and custom stages with people around the world. You can only post replays of videos created with 3.0 or newer, as I said before. You cannot post replays of online local wireless battles or on custom stages. Once again, they're eliminating that factor of having a custom stage be in a video. You can now sync your game with Smash World, a service accessible via the Nintendo Switch Online smart device app. Oh boy! And it is now easier to be matched with players who have a similar global Smash power in quick play. Further improvements and adjustments to matchmaking are still planned, so they haven't fixed the outrageous lag issues. So the following downloadable content is available to purchase now, including Joker. No, not that Joker. It's Joker from Persona. Persona 3 protagonist wig and outfit, Persona 4 protagonist wig and outfit, Teddy hat, Morgana hat, Tails hat, Knuckles hat. You cannot make videos of replays that contain DLC. Okay, why do they keep saying this to me? Game balance adjustments have been made and several issues have been fixed to improve gameplay experiences. Let's see who's gotten the most changes to them. It looks like Corrin might have gotten the most changes this launch. So if Corrin is your main fighter, you will definitely want to check out what they've done. Diddy Kong has also gotten a few increases, which is one of my favorite characters, so I'm going to definitely look into those. Looking down the list, it looks like King K. Rool has gotten a good amount of changes. Kirby has gotten a few amount of changes. Mega Man has gotten a few. Mewtwo has a bunch. Of course, always the Mii fighters have a bunch as well. So make sure if those are your mains, check them out. Other than that, Rosalina has a few, but other than that, it doesn't look like too many things have changed. I think last but not least, Wii Fit Trainer. Actually, that is the least. So let me know how the changes are going to affect your main character, and hey, if you want to, let me know how you're doing with the new character, Joker. Oh, where's Harley Quinn? So funny. That joke is so funny. All right, moving right along to the new Nintendo of America president, Doug Bowser, has officially taken his seat. And he's ready to go. He's set up like 15 different Bowser figures in his office, and he's ready to take over Reggie's spot in the office. Not too much on the walls yet, just a few Bowser figures. Like I said, there's like a little plushie of Bowser Jr., which is pretty cute. But remember last episode I said Reggie has officially left the building, and now Doug Bowser is stepping in. He's taking control of the castle. His Twitter handle is @TheTrueBowser, so if you want to, you can follow him there, and also follow Reggie. Reggie has his own personal account now if you want to continue following him. So Doug Bowser has apparently been shadowing Reggie since 2015, so obviously this isn't like something that Reggie has just sprung upon us. Doug has obviously been following him around for a while. It's been 4 years he's been shadowing Reggie. So obviously, this wasn't a permanent situation for Reggie. Obviously, this was something he wanted to do for a little bit, but, I mean, since 2015, I don't remember when Reggie officially began working at Nintendo. I think it was in, like, 2008 or something like that. Whenever the Nintendo DS was announced, I think that's when his first year was. But, yeah, so good luck, Doug Bowser. You got a lot of memes heading your way, of course. I think every single tweet that you will put out will have some sort of stupid meme. And finally, for the news today, Mortal Kombat 11 has a new sick trailer. It's showing off the story elements and everything in between. Obviously, the time travel stuff is very apparent in this. The cinematics are looking really fresh. They've introduced new things into this, like Cyrax is in this. He's the yellow robot dude. I'm pretty sure that's his name. I'm sure someone in the comments will be like, "You stupid noob! That is actually..." And I don't care. All right, I called him Cyrax because I think it's Cyrax. I'm pretty sure. So I'm glad that they're adding in that robot thing to the game again, because Mortal Kombat 9, it was prominent. It was there. Like, people are getting changed in the Sub-Zero, Cyrax, and all these people are getting changed into robots, and they kind of took it out of Mortal Kombat X. They didn't really touch upon it really at all, and except for like the Sub-Zero part, I'm pretty sure. And now we have it coming back where, yep, he's still a robot. He's still kind of evil. Maybe we're gonna save his character. Maybe there's gonna be like a young Cyrax meets robot Cyrax kind of thing, because Cyrax in Mortal Kombat 9 was like a good guy. Like he was trying to get out of the bad things that were happening in his clan, and before he could do that, he was turned into a robot. And same thing with like Sub-Zero and stuff like that. They were all kind of transformed, unfortunately, and that was before the big murder scene. I really do hope that they really flesh out the story in this one a little bit more. I think like they need to remember the power levels of each character. Like, we don't need to have one of those young teenagers beating up Kotal Khan. Kotal Khan's like this big badass, and he gets beaten by the guy with the bow and arrow. It's like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Or like D'Vorah seemed to be so overpowered, she was killing everyone. Mina, Baraka, all these people. So I think they really need to remember what power levels are in this game. Like, if Raiden goes up against Shao Kahn, that's a pretty even matchup. But if Raiden goes up against like Reptile, I mean, what kind of matchup is that? Raiden shocks him with lightning, then punches his face off. Like, there's no contest there. But if you have like Jackie Briggs fighting Jax, there's a more equal playing field. If you have a human facing a human, or a humanoid facing a human, it's something like that. Not like Jackie Briggs facing off against like Shao Kahn. Those power levels are a little bit different there. Just saying. So I wanted to show you guys this. The Shao Kahn trailer has been released, and it has one of my favorite fatalities ever in the trailer, and I'm super excited. I don't know about you guys, but let's take a look at that right now. It's so freaking awesome! Oh my god, that is so awesome. I can't wait for this because, like, Mortal Kombat's been one of those games. It's like a guilty pleasure game for me. I'm not like truly invested in the series because obviously I started with Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe and Mortal Kombat 9, so I'm here for the reboot. But I never played the games before that, and that was sick, bro. That was so sick. Oh man, I cannot wait for this game. It comes out next Tuesday, and if you can, I would get it early because you're gonna want to play this thing so fucking much. I know I'm busy this weekend, so when Tuesday comes around, right as 11 o'clock hits and GameStop opens, I'm gonna be there, get my copy, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna play it pretty much all Tuesday. All right, so that's it for the news segment of this. I know there wasn't much news, but I want to talk about World War Z, the video game, and maybe the movie. Probably not really a movie. As you may or may not know, World War Z was a book written by Max Brooks. It is an amazing book. It really dives into some zombie lore that he kind of pulls out. Almost seems like he makes up. But he's obviously very smart at writing his books. He makes everything seem real. There's just so much information about it. It's not really like a story. Like it spans over a couple different characters and stuff like that, and events happening in the world. So like there was this whole like army versus zombies thing that he described in great detail, and it was really great. Just the sheer amount of zombies coming at the army, and they just couldn't withstand it because you only have so many bullets. It's the power of hordes. They overwhelm you very fast. But the book is really good. If you haven't read the book, I suggest go reading it. It makes the movie seem like it seems like a kid's movie. It seems like there's Barney over there eating someone's face off. And in the movie, this game is more based on the movie. You go to places that are seen in the movie, like there's New York, there's Jerusalem, there's Russia, and then there's also Japan. You go to 4 different locations of this, and each one has 3 different levels within them. And I think they do a good job of making the levels unique enough that they feel different, and they're not just like the same thing over and over again. It's not just opening a door and pushing a button and holding out. There's a few different things that you have to do for each level. Like the first level, as an example, you're in the mall and you have to kind of work your way out of the mall, and then you find a guy who's operating a train. You have to get him fuel, so you'll collect the fuel, and it kind of teaches you the different types of zombies that come at you. It's really interesting. I really enjoyed my time playing it, but I can tell that there's not going to be enough content to keep me playing for a long time. Even though I think it's a well done game. I think the design is pretty good. I like the locations, and the graphics are stellar, and the way the zombies act is really unique to this game. Like there's no other game that does it this well. Even like a Left 4 Dead didn't do the zombie stuff this well. Like there's this whole AI just for the hordes of zombies. It's really cool to see them start piling up and become a pyramid. You can shoot them down. The way they react when you're shooting bullets, like some of them will have the gall to sidestep while you're shooting them, so you waste some ammo. Even though there are the special zombies, they do put them in the game a lot. I feel like they are really too closely related to like Left 4 Dead or something like that. There's the one that pounces on you, even though he doesn't like pounce from miles away. He has to be near you to do it. It's still seems it's still the same concept. He makes noises so you know he's there, and then if you get too close to him, he pounces on you. There's also the brute, the charger kind of dude who he's really armored and he charges at you, and when he grabs you, he slams you on the ground like Michael Jordan slam dunking a basketball, and you have to shoot him off of you. So that one's like literally the same freaking thing. Then there's also ones called gas bags. They're kind of like the spitters, except a little bit different. When you shoot the gas bags, if you don't get a headshot on them, they'll release a gas which will blur your vision and take your health down. So it's a little bit different. And then there's also the ones that can call for reinforcements. They have like construction gear on, and they're amplified, and they just call in extra zombies. And those are pretty easy to put down as well. I don't think there's one like that, or maybe the bloater kind of does that, So all in all, I think originality on the game is a little bit low since it is taking a lot from Left 4 Dead. But I think that it's unique enough, and with the gameplay style and everything, I think it's unique enough that it's worth it. Is it worth $40? I don't know about that. I might wait for a sale if you're thinking of getting it. If you're a true zombies fan, like if you love zombie games, this game is definitely for you. Even the multiplayer mode has a good amount of zombies in it. There was a game that came out, I think it was last year or the year before that. It was the zombie game that was majorly multiplayer based, and you would have zombies on the map, and you would try and sift through the zombies as you try and take down the enemy team. This game has literally the same concept for the multiplayer mode. The only difference is in this game you have to choose your class at the start, and you can't change your class after that. So if you don't like the gun you're using, you're kind of stuck with it for 10 to 15 minutes, however long the match lasts. But I think the multiplayer mode is actually kind of fun. You're literally just doing a team deathmatch type thing, or whatever you choose to play. There's domination and stuff like that. I could only find people on team deathmatch though, so if you're gonna do multiplayer right now, press the quick play mode. It'll get you it'll get you into a game real fast. But I felt like it was pretty. It was an okay experience. I'm not going to say that was the best experience I've ever had. I like how the zombies are on the field, and they actually they're actually a threat on the field for the most part. If you're in low health and you get surrounded by zombies, they eat you and they turn you into like a super zombie. And what that means is you literally just you die, you respawn as your character, but your character's still on the field, and it takes a few more bullets to take down. There's also hordes that will roam, that actually run through the map in certain areas, and there's this one that's like has half of a hospital as the map, and it started in the hospital, and I was like, oh shit, they started running at me. It was really cool. A lot of this game is really cool. It has really cool moments in it, especially during the campaign mode. You're defending against waves of zombies, you're fighting through hordes, you're trying to escape hordes. There's like 5 different difficulty levels you can do. We went through the campaign on the first and second difficulty, so we didn't have too much trouble, but I can really see this becoming like a challenging game the higher the level goes. They are pretty, the ammo is pretty scarce in this game, I will say, especially going through the campaign. You'll definitely run out of ammo pretty quickly the more and more zombies come at you. And the cool thing about this game, like I mentioned before, the way you play through the game is kind of how it'll deal zombies at you. If you're going through the game stealthily, there won't be as many zombies, but if you go through the game loud, guess what? There's going to be more zombies, so it's pretty cool. So far, I'm really enjoying it, but people have had some discrepancies with it. Apparently, day one, even though I played it day one, they were having matchmaking issues, glitches, and other things to do with the online mode, and I didn't really have any of those problems. I think the second day we had the game, I played the multiplayer mode, and I got kicked out of a game after playing like 10 games in a row. And I was like, oh, that's fine. 10 out of 10 games, I get kicked once from a game because of a network issue. That's better than Call of Duty's track record. So I didn't really have those things happen to me. I was playing with 2 other friends, and then we would have a random person because you have to have 4 people in the party at all times. So that can get a little discouraging, especially if you want to play with just your friends and you don't have 3 friends to play with. It can get, you have to have a random with you. But luckily the random we had, shout out to him, I don't know who he is or where he is, but if you were playing with a Muskratateer, thank you for playing with us. We had a good time with you. There's a way to chat in the game. You press O and you can chat, and we were just talking about the game through chat and stuff like that. It was really fun. But yeah, I know a lot of these games that match you with random people can get a little toxic. Apex Legends being one of them, Fortnite being one of them, Call of Duty being one of them. Speaking of Apex Legends, I mean, there was a dude who dropped down early. We were going towards an area, he dropped down early, and he got downed first, of course, and I was getting extra weapons and stuff like that in a different, I went a little bit into a different area, and the second guy who was alive, he got down too, and so I started running towards him because I'm like, I'll get their cards and revive them, and there was a guy hiding in a corner, and I tried shooting at him. I didn't have the best aim, I will admit that, but the guy was like, oh, you fucking idiot, fuck you, he was really angry. Luckily, I turned it off so I can't get messages from people, because that was just I just hated getting messages from people. I'd be playing with them on Call of Duty or whatever, and you get a message from the people. And I was like, no, I'm not having that anymore. Especially after that whole debacle with the messages bricking your console. I was like, it's enough of that. So now people can't even send me messages anymore, which is fine by me. They can go rot in hell if they have something mean to say to me. If they have something mean to say to me, I'll tell my mom. But anyways, World War Z is a fine game. It's not the best thing I've ever played, but it is a really fun game. It's definitely reminiscent of Left 4 Dead. So this can tide you over until the Back 4 Blood game comes out. It definitely can tide you over. I think that, I mean, if you boost the graphics in this game, it looks really, really good. Like my fiance has a better computer than me, strangely enough, and she's been running at the best graphics ratio you can get, and like the lighting and the shading and the shadows is just like so amazing. Even though I have a decently good computer, I have an Alienware computer. You know, if I tried to go into a multiplayer mode or tried to record gameplay like that, it would die. I almost forgot. I'm going to try and do a music recommendation every week, probably on the weekend episodes since not as many people watch these ones. So this week's musical recommendation is Astronoid, and I'll put the album cover right about here. Astronoid just put out a new album, 2019. It's just self-titled Astronoid. They did have an album before this called Air. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more technical than this one, but this album definitely has a unique sound to it. If you don't like heavy metal, this one still has a metal aspect to it, but the singing is very light. It's very unique. It definitely has drawn me in way faster than I thought it would. So if you want to, check out Astronoid on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you want to. One of my favorite songs on there is the first song on the album. That's A New Color. And if you want to get really into it, I really like Breathe as well. So if you want to, check that out. I give it a thumbs up. I really enjoy this album. You might be going, Yemi, the first recommendation isn't Dance Gavin Dance. I apologize. They don't have a new album out right now. I'm going with new albums that I'm listening to, and this is a new one. Astronoid gets, I would get it like an 8 out of 10. It's a fairly good album. It's definitely unique, different than whatever else I've been listening to. It does have some technical issues, like in I Dream Lines. It seems like the singer doesn't come in at the right time, which kind of messes me up. But other than that, I feel like the album is really good. Like I said, it's very unique, and if you like the sound of it, maybe check out their first album, because it is a little bit different. The singer sounds a little bit different because he didn't do the same exact things with the vocals in it. But the instrumentals are a lot less distorted, I would say, and they're a little bit more technical. But if check it out if you want to. It's pretty good. All right, so I think that about wraps up this episode of the Yemicast. Thank you for joining me. I'm still playing through Borderlands. I'm almost to level 50 already again. I'm playing through my second playthrough right now. It's still one of the most amazing games ever. Other than that, World War Z we were playing. Still playing through a little bit of Yoshi's Crafted World. On stream, we're close to getting done with Banjo-Kazooie. Probably going to finish that on Thursday. We also started a new Let's Play of Burnout, and also Jurassic World, the video game, whatever it's called. And then I did play a little bit of New Dawn on live stream with my friend Nick, and we had a good time with it. It wasn't bad, so I might live stream more of that, but it's definitely going to be an every once in a while type of thing instead of like a scheduled type thing. So thank you all for listening to me rant and ramble. It's been a pleasure having you here. I appreciate everyone who shows up, whether you're on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, or iTunes. It doesn't matter to me. Just thank you for listening. If you have a comment, leave it down in the comments section below. If you want to contact me, you can do so on Twitter, or you can join my Discord and talk to me whenever you want. All the links are down in my descriptions of YouTube videos. Once again, I am your host, Yemi the Ferret, and this has been another episode of Yemicast, a video game podcast.